There are some places on Earth you should never visit, no matter how much you need a holiday. We're talking lakes that'll kill you in a single hour, caves that'll boil you alive, and radioactive islands where the rats will give you bubonic plague. I don't want to put you off traveling for life, but after watching this video, you won't believe just how dangerous our planet can be. Death Road. If you're planning a road trip, you might want to steer clear of Yungas Road in Bolivia. This terrifying track twists and turns along a sheer cliff face, climbing to a height of 15,260 feet above sea level. In some places, the road is only 10 feet wide, with no guardrails to protect you from the blood-curdling 2,000-foot drop. Clouds of dust from the poorly maintained track make it hard to see, while humid winds from the nearby rainforest create regular rainstorms and mudslides. No wonder this place has earned the nickname Death Road. Despite its deadly reputation, plenty of daredevil drivers continue to use the route. Cars, trucks, and lorries often need to pass each other, forcing one vehicle to teeter on the very edge of the narrow track. During the 1990s, between 200 and 300 people lost their lives each year after losing control of their car and plunging into the abyss below. Thankfully, in 2006, the Bolivian government built a newer, safer road which most cars choose to drive on instead, and who can blame them? If you do insist on driving Death Road, which is technically now illegal, though rarely enforced, remember there's no turning back once you begin. You are not going to want to make a U-turn. With places like Yungas Road, clearly the world can be a scary place. So, staying home and watching YouTube all day is just the responsible choice, right? If you agree, you should probably like this video and subscribe to be amazed. I post awe-inspiring content that'll keep you entertained daily. Now, let's venture back to the most dangerous places on Earth. Nica Crystal Cave. Some of the most beautiful places on Earth are also the deadliest. Just take the Nica Crystal Cave, for example. Located nearly 1,000 feet beneath a mountain in Nica, Mexico, this underground cavern is crammed with enormous milky white selenite crystals. The oversized pillars were formed by volcanic minerals and water, which crystallized as temperatures in the cave system cooled over thousands of years. Today, they're big enough for several grown adults to walk on, measuring as long as almost 40 feet and weighing up to 55 tons. But you might want to think twice before paying the crystals a visit with your selfie stick. The cave is situated above an underground magma chamber, which means the temperature can climb as high as 113 degrees Fahrenheit and the humidity can reach 99%. As a result, the air is so saturated with moisture that sweat can't evaporate from your skin to cool you down, making it difficult to survive more than 10 minutes without risking heat stroke, organ failure, and death. Today, scientists who visit the crystals must wear a special cooling suit with its own supply of chilled air. And even then, they can only tolerate the conditions for an hour max. Yeah, I'll probably admire the crystals on Google Images for now. Snake Island. You'd have to be seriously silly to visit this island off the coast of Brazil. Officially named Ilha da Quimada Grande, it's more commonly known as Snake Island. Beneath the tree line, you'll find a wriggling, writhing mass of around 4,000 deadly serpents, just waiting to sink their fangs into unsuspecting sightseers. These snakes are actually a rare kind of pit viper called the golden lancehead, known to be one of the deadliest snakes in Latin America. Their venom contains hemotoxins that will melt the flesh they bite, destroying red blood cells and causing death in under an hour. These snakes are not messing around. But how did the snakes get to the island in the first place? Well, Snake Island was once attached to the Brazilian coast before several millennia of rising sea levels separated it from the mainland. Because there were no predators and plenty of seabirds to eat, the stranded snakes thrived to a terrifying extent. There are now estimated to be between 1 and 5 golden lanceheads for every square meter of island, meaning that visitors are never more than a few feet away from a slithering adversary. The risk is so great that the Brazilian Navy has banned any human from visiting Snake Island, with the exception of scientists conducting essential research. I can't say I'm disappointed. Death Valley. Imagine a place so hot that if you get hungry, you can simply fry an egg on the ground. Well, that's a reality in Death Valley in California, a boiling desert basin where temperatures have been known to rise as high as 134 degrees Fahrenheit or 56 degrees Celsius. That's the hottest air temperature ever recorded on Earth. Deep craters in the landscape trap pockets of scalding air, while 4 surrounding mountain ranges mostly prevent rain clouds forming in the area and keep the valley in perpetual drought. For this reason, every Death Valley sightseer runs the risk of heat stroke and dehydration, with 1 to 3 deaths per year from heat-related causes. Visitors also need to keep a watchful eye out for the valley's teeming population of dangerous animals, including rattlesnakes, scorpions, black widow spiders, and mountain lions. Sounds like overkill to me. But if all that doesn't turn you off visiting, whatever you do, don't take off your shoes while you're there. In 2017, one tourist was hospitalized with third-degree burns after walking barefoot in Death Valley, where the ground can get as hot as 201 degrees Fahrenheit. Also, just because you can fry an egg on the floor doesn't mean you should. Park rangers spend hours every day cleaning up shells and empty cartons, and have informed visitors that their fried egg habit has gone beyond a yoke. Bring a packed lunch instead, you animals. Oymyaken. Moving from extreme heat to extreme cold now, nowhere will send a shiver down your spine quite like Oymyaken in eastern Russia. This small town of 500 people is the coldest permanently inhabited place on Earth. The average low temperature in winter is negative 58 degrees Fahrenheit, but has been known to dip to a tooth-chattering negative 90. Given that the average temperature on Mars is negative 81 degrees Fahrenheit, you'd actually be warmer on the red planet than in Oymyaken. Unsurprisingly, the chilling temperatures make survival difficult. Because pipes freeze, most homes have outhouses with pit latrines instead of plumbed-in toilets. It's hard to grow crops in the frozen soil, so the local diet mainly consists of frozen meat and fish. Something as simple as a flat tire or a lost key could be life-threatening when every second outside brings you closer to a freezing death. Also, bear in mind that if you do die, the locals will have to burn a bonfire in the cemetery for several days before the earth is thawed enough to dig a